everybody, my name is Jackie and this is my channel. I just call it Everyday with Jackie. Now on this channel, we do everyday looks. I also do some hauls, some testing new products, some reviews, some vlogs, some shop my stash videos, and a whole host of videos for your viewing pleasure. So if this sounds like the channel for you, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're aware each and every time that I upload a video. And if you're returning to the channel, it's good to see you as always. Welcome to another video. Now, as you probably already gathered from the title, in today's video, we are doing a full face of nothing new, nothing at all. But it is focused on using my project pan items. Not all of them, but as many as I can for today's video. So if you're interested in seeing the look that I was able to obtain, then you'll have to keep watching. I am ready to hop in today's video. Now I do want to mention that I have seen this video done on Ali Glein's channel. She's always doing a full face of nothing new, and that's where I got the idea from. But I just wanted to incorporate some of my project pan items just to make sure that I am getting proper use out of them. So that's what the emphasis for today's video is going to be. And the eyeshadow palette that we're using, I have never used it on my channel, but I have used it on Instagram. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I did an Instagram reel with it, and also my opening trailer on all my videos with the little reel that goes across. I think I have this eyeshadow palette on in that as well. So enough talking, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So my face has been moisturized, and we are just going to go ahead and jump into our primer. Right now we're going to use our Revolution Pore Blur, and this is the primer that we're using just to kind of fill in my pores. This is not in my project pan. I said we have an emphasis on project pan, but everything is not going to be project pan items. And I did pick this up. This is from Revolution, Makeup Revolution. Did pick this up at, I believe, Ulta. Pretty good pore diffuser. Y'all, I have something to tell you guys. Oh my gosh. I literally lived a nightmare yesterday. Literally. I saw something colorful in my yard on the way home, and I was like, what is that? So I went over to my flower bed, and there was this huge box that said like aquarium. So I don't know how it got in my yard, but it had been raining for a few days, and I was just like, I don't know how long it had been there, but I picked it up, and trash man had already come, and so I just pulled it and put it in the garage on top of my trash can so I could just let it dry out. And then I said I was going to put it in the trash for trash day next Friday. So I did that. And then I saw I had a package on the front door. So I went to grab the package. Next, we're going to use our Wet n Wild. It is Project Pan. And this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. This is a matte primer. So I noticed I had a package on the front porch, so I went and grabbed that. And then I came back to the garage to go ahead and get my stuff out of the car. You know, I had left my purse and everything in the car. So I went to go get those items, and I happened to look over at the box I had thrown on top of the trash can. You guys, no lie, this was like my worst nightmare. No lie. I saw a snake fall out, another snake come out, another snake come out. I mean, they were just dropping from the box, and I freaked out. I just know I was gonna have nightmares last night. Now, when I say that they were snakes, they weren't like the full on like rattlesnake size. I mean, they had to be, some of them were like this long. Yeah, some of them were about this long. but they were like maybe this thin. So they weren't worms. They were snakes, because I saw one of them, you know how they raised their head up? They looked like they were baby snakes, but they were, like I said, about this long. They're like this long and about this thick. And oh my God, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, because I would say maybe about five of them fell out of that box. I wish I knew who that box belonged to. But it was about 5 of them that fell out of the box, and I didn't know what to do, you guys, honestly. Because I didn't want them to find a place in the garage and hide, so I ran and got my broom from the garage. Not the broom that I keep in the house. It's just one for like if you're sweeping up grass or something outside. So my outdoor broom, I ran and grabbed that because it has a long head to it, or a brush bristle. I ran and got that, and I just started sweeping them out of the garage. And I didn't know what to do with them after I swept them out. So I was just like, I don't know where they're going, but they got to get out of here. So I swept them all the way in the street. And I was like, if you guys are a pet lover, snake lover, I'm so sorry. I swept them in the street in hopes that a car would run over them and just kill them, because I didn't know what else to do. And one of them was quite a bit thicker than the others, and so I just swept them in there, and by them sweeping across the concrete and by them being swept with the broom, I think some of them, you know, were kind of discombobulated or injured. I didn't care. So I swept them in the street, the furthest away from my driveway, and then I went back up the driveway and I saw one more. That's the one where I was sweeping him. He raised his little head up, and I was just like, So I made sure I was backed away from him, but he was small enough that I don't really think he could have reached me. But I swept him on down in the street, and when I did, I saw that one of the bigger snakes had already been run over by a car. Thank the Lord. But I still saw him moving a little bit, but they weren't moving like coming back towards my house. I'm tempted to go out there today so I can see what's going on, see if they're still there, see if they're dead, but you know, I don't want to know. But honestly, I thought for sure I was going to have nightmares, because I thought about that all evening. The foundation that I'm going in with, I'm going to use 2 foundations. I'm going to use my Maybelline Superstay, and it is in Project Pan as well. And this is 356 Warm Coconut. Now this is not my shade, so I use this in the center of my face, and then I'm going in with my Alma Beauty. This is not Project Pan, and I'm just going to use this around the perimeter of my face. But first, I've got to get this out of the way. Okay, I think that's a little better. Put this under. So let's go in with our Maybelline Superstay. Start blending it out. I am a little bit more yellow in the center of my face. We don't have, our light is kind of wonky today because it's been raining, and it just rained again just a few minutes ago. So now I'm going to take my Alma Beauty. Okay, so I kind of shifted myself around a little bit. And now we're going to go in with our Alma Beauty. Trying to make sure it's blended into the previous shade. Okay, I think everything is blended in pretty well. And now for our concealer, we are going to use our ColourPop. I probably will have to list the shade because I cannot remember. And it looks like it's rubbed off. Yeah, I'll have to list the shade. And this is our project pen as well. Okay, it looks like that's blended out pretty well. I'm going to go in with my little concoction. This is my powder that I mix, and it's by Makeup Revolution. I will list the shades in my description box because there's 2 shades that I mixed together. And then for the rest of my face, I am going to use my Laura Mercier. This is their translucent medium deep powder. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in the lid. And I'm just going to go in with my sponge and start stamping it. I have the heater on because it has been so cold. I couldn't even sleep good last night. I'm going to take some this Car lip restoration and apply on my lips. It is in my project pan as well because I am feeling really dry. Take my powder brush. Make sure everything is blended in. Now we're going to go ahead and bronze up the face. And we are going to use our Color Rain bronzer. And this is in the shade Naughty Spice. I really like this bronzer. And now I want to take my brush and I'm going to try a different brush for my contour today. This is actually a blush brush. So we are going to dip into our Morphe. And this is in the shade Showmance. This is the Morphe Bronzer. It's a bronzer and contour. But This is definitely not a bronzer for me, so we just use the contour side. Don't like this brush. I already know. So. And I'm going to use the same bronzer with my Sigma brush and do a little nose contouring. Then I'm just going to blend it in just a little bit with my sponge so it doesn't look so harsh. For blush, we are going in with our Milani, and this is the Spiced Rose. And again, try to block the light so you can see my, I had a comment about the light being so bright on this side. And it's absolutely correct. I'm gonna have to get a, I don't know, a light diffuser, but I don't know what to get. Okay, that's it with that. And for for our highlighter, I did receive this in one of my beauty boxes. I think it was it Trend Mood? This is Catrice times Eman, and it says "You are gold, baby." It's a highlighter palette. And we're just going to choose a highlighter from here. I thought we would go in with the shade Maple and Victoria. This is Maple and this is Victoria. Here's my highlighter brush that I wanted to use. That brush was fanned out quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and mist my face with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist. It also is in my project pan. So I think I'm gonna hop off and do my brows, and then we'll come back and do our eyeshadow. Yes, so I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put our matte paint pot on. And this is in Project Pan as well, and this is in the shade Painterly. Just gonna apply that on top of our lid. Okay, so the palette that we are using for today's look is by, who's this by? Sydney Grace. This is the Chase Your Dreams palette. And I picked this up some months ago. And like I said, I've used it once, but not on my channel. This is what the shades look like. So they're are names on the shades, so we'll be able to go ahead and let you know what shades we're using. So the first one that we are going to go in with is called You Can, and it's this shade right here. So we're going to start dusting this in the crease area and a little above. And this is the first palette that I've ever used by Sydney Grace. I don't have any of their single shadows or anything, so this is a first. I had heard so much about the brand that I really wanted to try it. Okay, so the next shade I want to go ahead and pull is, I guess I'm going to pull the next shade to deepen my outer V, the black that says Enjoy the Journey. But I am going to mix this. But I am going to start out really light-handed, because you guys know I don't really use black very often. So I'm just going to touch it in the shadow. Just trying to keep it light, but add some depth out here. So now I'm going to go over it with the shade Be Bold, because I really want to lighten it up just a little bit. I'm going to pull another brush, and I am going to put down some glitter glue. And then I'm going to pick up the shade Aspire. This is Aspire right here. And now I want to go in with the shade, I'm going to go in next with the shade The Dream. And it's the shade right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this spot right here. And we hold it together. Okay, so this is what the eye is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, catch this eye up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have both eyes caught up. Since we do have this black in the palette, I thought we would just go ahead and use it on our lower lash line and see how that looks. Again, I don't want it to look too harsh. So I'm going to try to place it directly in the waterline. And then I'm going to, I think I'm just going to take the shade Be Bold again and go underneath my lash line with this. Trying to keep it really close to the eyeliner. Let's see if I have another brush. Probably. Let's see if I can wipe this shadow off so I can get up in there. And then I'm going to take this little itty bitty brush that I had initially. Oh, and bring it just this gold, which is called the Dream. I'm just going to bring it just down on my lower lash line. For mascara, I'm going to try to start working on finishing these two. They're really almost done, but I still am able to get a little something out. And that is my Wonder Beauty Mile High Club, and also my Essence Lash Princess. Both of these. That's why I pulled both of them out, because I may need them both. First, we're going to go in with Wonder Beauty. And I didn't even pull out my Lancome eyelash primer. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna get these lashes done, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I put together as much as candy, and all the stuff I have to do are the lips. And I thought I would use my Morphe lip liner in the shade Huda. And for my lips, I'm going in with the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Hotel. Let's see how this plays out. So what do you think of the lip color? I was really thinking about something maybe with a little bit more brown, but what do you think? I think it goes well with the eye color. So I think we'll just stick with this. I do like the way everything is looking. And I think I am just going to spray my face one more time. And this is with our, again, our Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This is in my project pan as well. And, oh, and I do want to make mention, this is the necklace and the earrings that I got from my sweet friend Rihanna. She does have a YouTube channel. And she sent me this along with, we had exchanged palettes, and then in the palette she sent me some jewelry, and I was just ecstatic about it. So I did want to showcase it in today's video because I haven't gotten a chance to wear it on camera. So Rihanna, if you're watching, thank you so much. The necklace is actually longer. I just took it up a little bit just for today's video. I just put a little pin in the back to bring it up just a little bit more. But I love everything about it. And it is reversible. Isn't this just so cute? But since we had a little brown going on, I thought I would let the brown shine through a little bit. Same for the earrings. Rihanna, you are creative, girl. So with that said, I do think that completes today's video. A full face of nothing new. And I mean nothing. Nothing at all. So I am going to attempt to bring you in a little closer, just so you can see everything up close. And this is our eye look for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is the first palette that I've ever had from the Sydney Grace brand. The shades are gorgeous. And I thought that they were right up my alley. And everything blended out so nicely. I didn't have any struggle, no fallout, because as you've seen, we did our face first. We did our base first. And we had absolutely no fallout from this palette. I wish there was maybe a chocolate brown in here, because I don't typically dip into blacks, and this is kind of a looks like a smoky grayish black. But these shades are right up my alley, and I did enjoy using the palette. Like I said, it's very pigmented, no fallout. I didn't struggle with the shades. I mean, I didn't have a hard time getting any color payoff. So this palette performed beautifully. So I am, I've heard so much hype about Sydney Grace. So I am interested in checking out some of their single shadows maybe, and seeing what else that they have to offer on their website. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell. It'll let you know each and every time that I upload a video. And share the channel, because you know I don't mind. And lastly, please know that you are always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.